China has more than 1.3 billion people, and 1/5 of them are rural migrant workers. Over the past 40 years, China has experienced rapid urbanization, and a large number of rural migrants have flooded into the cities to seek work. They contributed greatly to China's economic success, but they are enjoying little of its fruit. They remain marginalized in cities, suffering from low wages, long working hours, poor working and living conditions, and limited social welfare benefits. Migrant workers are deprived not only economically, but also culturally and socially. Their contribution to economic development is not recognized, and they face various barriers to sustainable livelihoods in the cities. Oxfam Hong Kong has been supporting migrant workers in China since 1997. To promote social integration and participation, Oxfam Hong Kong has collaborated with NGOs in major Chinese cities to enrich migrant workers' cultural life and establish community support networks. Suzhou is one of the major industrial cities in southeastern China, with more than 30% of its population being migrants. Xianxiang, an urban village in Suzhou, is home to 20 to 30,000 migrant workers. In 2009, Chuan Guirong, a migrant worker from Guangxi, opened a workers' club called Starry Home in the village.
我从小应该还是喜欢看书的。当我出来打工之后，我就发现我们工人这种精神文化、业余精神生活是特别的匮乏的，所以在很早之前，就已经想到去为我们工人办一个俱乐部。
The club has collected thousands of books which migrant workers can borrow for free. It has also provided places for reading and other recreational activities. Chuan's club was later supported by Oxfam Hong Kong, and he was able to organize more cultural activities for migrant workers. He organized workers into interest groups and encouraged them to write essays, fictions, poems, and song lyrics. They even had their own publications.
在这个过程中，可以去思考和反思一下我们日常的一些生活和工作。那第二个呢，就可以在这个过程中可以认识不同的朋友、不同的工友，就基本大家能够在这个城市或者社区能够建立基本的情感的支撑。那第三个呢，就是大家在参与的过程中会有很多讨论表达的这个空间，大家也会有一些这种自我这种成长。
In China's capital city, Beijing, more and more middle-class families are hiring domestic workers. There are an estimated 20 million domestic workers across the country, most of whom are rural migrant women. As informal workers, the labor rights of domestic workers are not well protected. They also suffer from social stigma and discrimination. In 2011, Oxfam Hong Kong collaborated with Migrant Women's Club, a Beijing-based NGO that serves female migrant workers, and established a drama club for domestic workers known as the Viola Filippica Drama Club. In this drama club, domestic workers became playwrights and actresses of their own stories, and they had the chance to make their voices heard.
那淘衣服的水呀，不要倒掉，你留着洗拖布，你这地呀得拖擦一遍啊！你看看，这够不着的地方，你拿个棍捅着擦呀。
Chen Xiaohong is a domestic worker in Hebei. She described herself as an unhappy person before joining the drama club.
我刚出来的时候，我的家人都说，你干嘛呀？自己干保姆啊？保姆多丢人呀！你们家过不了了吗？我说为什么？说反正这样的能过，就去干这个呀，多受气呀！现在我知道了，我们干这份工作也很光荣。是，用我们的手掌。
As China's first special economic zone, Shenzhen has attracted numerous migrant workers. Most of them worked on assembly lines in factories, manufacturing products like food, clothes, and electronic devices. Overtime work injuries, and wage arrears are common in factories. Workers usually feel depressed, and some have even committed suicide. To speak up about their sufferings and struggles, a group of migrant workers in Shenzhen formed a band called Power Base D in 2011. Dong Jun, a migrant worker from Hunan, plays the drums in the band. He once loved pop music, but now he writes songs for migrant workers.
在玩音乐这个过程当中，真的，我觉得对于我自己来说，它是一个在找自己的一个过程。刚开始的时候，我会忽略自己算是迷失自己吧，不知道自己是谁，就这样的身份。当你真正的就是你看清楚自己了，我就知道我为什么要这么去做。
The band also performs in industrial areas to attract more workers. People can relate to the lyrics. Starry Home, Viola Filippica Drama Club, and Power Base D have all received support from Beijing Migrant Workers Home. Beijing Migrant Workers Home is an NGO based in Beijing's Urban Village and has been one of Oxfam Hong Kong's long-time partner organizations. It is one of the most influential NGOs in China that focuses on issues workers face. Since its establishment in 2002, it has done a lot of groundbreaking work. It has established a literature group, a workers' band that has released 9 albums and held events like the Migrant Workers Art Festival and the Migrant Workers Spring Festival Gala. Apart from these, there is even greater ambition for Migrant Workers Home, which has set up Migrant Workers Culture and Art Museum. The museum aims to record migrant workers' own culture and history. Its slogan says, "Without our culture, we will not have our history. Without our history, we will not have our future." The museum has collected many items that show what life is like for migrant workers in the city, including photos, letters, temporary resident permits, payrolls, and work contracts. Zhu Do is the curator of the museum. He introduced some of the exhibits to us.
这个车是卖煎饼的一个车，是之前一个女工，就徐芳，她平时也爱写诗，然后后来参加我们艺术团的演出有时候，但是后来她家的孩子年纪大了，在北京这边没法上中学，她就带她回老家住，然后把这个车就。
Xu is also a singer in the workers' band. In his song Youth of Labor, he urges workers to fight for a better future.